A very good morning, everyone, and a very good evening for all those who are watching from outside India. Before I begin this live, let me tell you this is my first YouTube live, and I am very excited doing this. There is a career ownership guide in the comments. Before I forget, I should tell you that you should download it. It is for you. My name is Purav, and I am the founder of the Career Ownership Hub. The Career Ownership Hub is meant for mid-career professionals. I want to empower all the mid-career professionals to take charge of their journey. And I have been doing this for last 3 years with more than 70 mentees already in the journey, and many of them have achieved success. A long way to go still, but yes, with a proven framework, I am sure that we will be achieving success. So download your career ownership guide from the link below in the comments, and let's begin the journey. So I'm going to share a story today. Light at the end of the tunnel, a concept which is very common, a concept which everybody knows. And if you know this concept, if you have heard this, type yes in the comments. Yes, you have heard this. Light at the end of the tunnel. And most of us are always running after the light. And I want to share this, a story behind this, and which through which I'll tell you why you should not keep running towards the light. It was the year 2017. I was working in the strategy role in my organization. Since last 2 years, since 2015, I started this role. And for 2 long years, I was working. And a strategy role requires you to work with the CEO. I was a sales executive before I stepped into strategy. As such, the role was very challenging for me. But I took that as a challenge and I started working with my CEO. Trust me, I was working for more than 14 hours a day for 2 long years. And the demands in terms of the work required were huge, and everything was highly uncertain. I was working extremely hard, and to an extent that even my son and my wife were aware of the pressure that I was going through. Whenever I returned from the office, they always used to ask me, "How is your boss?" Because they knew that if my boss is okay, I would be okay. It was a tremendous pressure. And I was always questioning myself, why did I step out of my comfort zone of my role in sales? I was performing very nice in the sales role. Why did I take this challenge? Did I make a mistake? This was a question I always kept asking myself for 2 long years. I always kept looking at my previous role and evaluating what am I losing in terms of the recognition, in terms of the rewards that I was getting as a salesman. I was heading a sales team, and in this role, as a head of strategy, there was nothing to deliver. You keep making on presentations and you keep presenting to various people, various stakeholders. I was moving to Singapore, I moved to Dubai just to make presentations. Unlike sales, where you get results, you get results in terms of the customer orders and you have targets to achieve. Here, I had no targets to achieve, and I never realized what am I delivering at the end of the year. And I was always working on making presentations. Just in 6 months, I told my wife that I did a blunder. I made a blunder by switching my awesome role of sales and coming to this role of strategy. And not only this, with the change in role, I took a couple of more challenges as well. I come from a small town in a city in the state of Gujarat. I come from Baroda, a small city. Born and brought up in Baroda, I moved just for my role of strategy. I moved to Delhi. From one of the most safest city, a city which is considered to be the most safe, I moved on to a city which is known for not so good reasons. In addition to switching my role from sales to strategy, I also changed my city, my location, and I took my family along. I had my own house in my city and I was staying on rent where I went to the new city. Why I'm sharing this with you? Because I really want to tell you what happens when you come across a lot of challenges and the tough times. What goes on in your mind? And the only thing which was going on in our mind is, how do I come out of this challenge? How do I come out of this problem that I have created for myself? And at this stage, the frustration level was increasing. It was too high. But one thing which happened in the strategy role was I was getting exposed to a lot of people. I was able to connect with a lot of people because of the role, because of the position I was handling. I was the right hand to the CEO. And as a result, you are always sitting amongst very senior people. Was this making me comfortable? No, I was not comfortable because I was a salesman. I used to interact with customers. And here I was talking leadership. I was making presentations to the management level people. And more than 70% of the times, my CEO was not happy with how I performed because his expectations were huge. And I was always waiting to escape out of this role. One fine day, early morning, I was heading towards taking my office bus. And to my surprise, I got a call from the head of digitalization. It was a call from Germany. My early morning means it was their late night. And I was actually surprised with that call. But as soon as my phone buzzed, I thought there is something to be delivered. I had have to deliver some presentation, and this is a emergency call. Something has become urgent. I picked that call and said, "Yes, Mr. Pradeep, how may I help you?" Pradeep was heading the digitalization for Siemens Energy at the global level. He just said, "Purav, how are you doing?" I said, "I'm fine." "How is the job going?" I said, "It's going good." "Would you like to?" And this was the turning point. This was the turning point. "Would you like to take a role with me? I'm looking for someone to head digitalization for the region Asia." This was a game changer. I thought so. I thought this is the game changer. But I did not react. I said, "Yes, let me see to it and let me talk to my boss." To this, he said, "I already had a word with him and he has suggested, he recommended your name." I said, "Fine, I'll take the role, but at least give me a couple of hours to make this decision." The one thing which was going on in my mind is, I have to quit, and this is helping me to quit this current situation. And here I remembered light at the end of the tunnel. I was in the tunnel, in the dark, in the role of strategy. And this is the light I got. I stepped out of my role. I wanted to escape. And now I wanted to hold on to this. I thought I escaped. But when I went into the role, the new role, after a few weeks, I observed my own behavior. I had completely transformed. The way I was dealing with people, the way I was doing my task changed completely. I operated in a very systematic way, in a very sophisticated manner. And I started reflecting on my journey. You know what I realized? The learning, the learning took place in the 2 years when I was in the role of strategy, complaining every day, cursing my decision. But all the learning happened in the tunnel. In the 2 years when I was in the dark, I thought so, I was in the dark. But that's where all the learning happened. And I was running after the light at the end of the tunnel. The moment, only the moment. And this is what I want to share with all of you. If you are going through tough times, if you are facing a lot of challenges, embrace the challenge. Remember what you are going through and what are you learning. This is the time when you can learn the maximum so that you can implement when the times improve. I would say you should welcome tough times. You should welcome challenges. If you resonate with this, if you are going through tough times, put in the comment that this is the best time to learn. I would like to know your thoughts. And I would also like to understand if you are going through tough times and how to make this time, how to make this journey more beautiful by capturing the challenges, by observing how you are responding to the challenges. So start capturing all the lessons that you are learning if you are going through a tough time. And make sure that you carry this learning with you when you take your next step. Otherwise, this entire journey in the tunnel is a waste. And I don't want you to waste this journey. Learning never happens when you are in your comfort zone. Learning happens when you are outside your comfort zone. Learning happens when the times are challenging. Learning happens when you are in the tunnel. Learning happens in the journey and not in the destination. And this is a concept of growth mindset. We are always told if you fail, then you are not successful. If you achieve the result, you are successful. And we keep running the race just targeting at the results. It is not about the results, it is about the journey that makes you a better person. It is about the journey that will help you change yourself. It is about a journey which results into transformation. Embrace the journey, embrace the challenges. And this is the growth mindset. You do not judge yourself only by the results. Stop judging yourself with the results. Remember here, even if you are successful, don't get overwhelmed. Don't get trapped into the trap of gratification. Success is a moment. What did you learn in the journey is more important. So, going through tough times, God bless you. These are the right times to learn with a growth mindset and help your kids also to be strong whenever they come across such situations. Success is not defined by the achievement of results. Success is defined by how fast you bounce back when the times are tough. Take the journey with you. The biggest mistake most of the people make is they forget the learnings and they end up repeating the mistakes. And hence, every time you are facing a challenge at the professional levels, you are broke. You start questioning your talent, your intelligence, because you have not learned in the past. Tough times come, tough times go. Improve every day, grow by 1% every day. It is a huge improvement. So take the challenges head on. And if you agree with this, type in the comments. You are committed to face the challenges and learn from it. The transformation journey is a continuous journey, and I want you to take this journey, make it more fulfilling for yourself. And if you still want to download the guide, the career ownership guide, it is in the comment. Download the guide and continue the journey. Own your life, own your career. Let's create circumstances, and let's do not be victim of circumstances. Keep watching this space. I'll be live every day 6:45 a.m. and a lot more learning to come ahead. Thank you so much.